Hello and welcome back everyone to Last Level Press. I'm Mr. Black and this is round 2 of Gear Up. I've played a couple more rounds of the game and gotten a bit more of its measure of both its pacing and as well as its gameplay. I've gotten a bit better at it in the 2 rounds I've spent since I last recorded an episode with the game, and I've since accrued a bit more of the gear points and gotten a bit of a gauge for the accrual rate of those points. In my first match, I got a little bit better at the game, kind of learned a bit more of its pacing, positioning, the range of my turret, the bullet travel time, etc., and was rewarded with 3 gear points at the end of that round. And in the second, I really got into the clutch of the game, and after earning a 7-kill streak, earned 4 gear points at the conclusion of that match. So, I've not really gone and spent any of that yet. I wanted to wait until I was recording once more. However, now that I've spent a little bit of time looking through the part selection of the game, I can confirm my suspicions with the first 15 that there does not appear to be any manner of paid currency within this game. I believe that the premium and basic memberships and all of that are really only for part storage, and I really like that about this game, as it keeps the pay-to-win creep at an absolute minimum, if it can even really be said to be present at all. So, I rather like, now that I've looked at them a bit more closely, the art design of a lot of the assets one can buy and construct one's tank, mech, whatever you want to call it with in this game. Some of them really harkening back to a lot of my favorite sort of era of aesthetics. A lot of old 50s retro sorts of designs. Like, this reminds me of some old, like, steam engines. You've got the Flash Gordon ship, complete with lightning bolts, which some may also liken to Futurama. The Assault Craft, which I actually kind of get reminded of some of the vehicles from Ghost in the Shell by. Miner, which kind of caught my eye based upon its silhouette. I think some of these are missing menu textures, which is why they appear gray. I'm not 100% certain. Again, the game is in early access, so a lot of these features are probably coming in the near future. And Submarine I kind of like. Assist, I've really got my eye on, and some of you, who know me rather well, may know why. The coloration notwithstanding, the shape itself kind of reminds me a bit of the submarine from Final Fantasy VII, and I love that submarine. It's kind of one of my favorite gaming vehicles of all time. I can't really tell you why, it just kind of is. And I like the fact that, from a gaming standpoint, this also allows one to equip 2 sets of support parts, which I didn't understand the meaning of until I looked around a little deeper into the shop, and I will explain momentarily exactly what that does. It seems as though that's kind of the give and take of a lot of the pieces within the game. They have different mass, armor, which is of course going to affect one's speed, one's mobility, as well as one's protective value, as well as what exactly one can equip to one's mech. So, supports are these little things, which I've not got any of, I don't think, at the moment. And some of them seem to be weapons, others seem to be, where are we? Where are some of the other ones? Fans, which allow one to hover for a short duration. I'm not sure what the cooldown on these is going to be. Recharge rate 0.9. I'm assuming that's going to be 9 seconds? I'm not 100% certain. These do have mass, so of course you don't want to equip too many of any one thing, because you'll slow yourself down, etc., etc. But it looks as though, as I mentioned before, the modularity of design within this game is rather exemplary, and it keeps getting better the more I dig and the more that I play. And I remind you, I've only played a little bit more of this game since I recorded the last episode, but some of these I kind of wonder at why one would go to the lengths of accruing all of the gear points to attach. I suppose if you've got a winning mech that you just love the design of and don't really want to replace anything on, and you just keep playing and keep accruing points, you could then attach a samurai flag or a parasol to it, for reasons. And let's see here. Turrets, I've noticed, are different components. There's the body piece, the turret, supports that get attached to either the body or the turrets, and then there are propulsion systems, etc., etc., and then weapons. And of course, Sputnik is rather self-explanatory as a turret. This is what the main gun gets mounted to, I believe. The UFO, which, again, I really get that World of Tomorrow retro future design aesthetic from, and that's one of my favorite art styles of all time, and so I'm kind of won over by the general design here. I'm not sure whether or not once I buy a new turret I'll go with Assault or with the Submarine. I kind of like them both. I'm leaning a bit closer to Assault, as I like the fact that it's got a bit of a harsher edge to it, as well as a bit more armor, if I recall correctly. No, actually, this has more armor. What's the difference here? It looks as though that's actually a little bit lighter. What's the rotation speed? 1.6 versus 1.3. So the Submarine is actually looking as though it is statistically quite a bit better. That has 2 support sockets, that has 2, so I like the box, or rather the hidden as well, yes. Experience the limited armor of a cardboard box. On the battlefield, cardboard boxes may very well save your life. And then, of course, one's got an animated shark, which I find to be quite adorably, deliciously threatening. As well as different propulsion systems. I've kind of got my eye upon the jackknife. It's almost got, like, Sputnik antennae here on the back. But as one may have noticed in the map that I was playing on in the previous recording, one can create hovercraft with turbines as well as crawling mechs with Vs. I don't know what exactly this thing is, an alien slime ball, and I'm not really all that inclined to find out. So, now that I've gotten a bit of that out of the way, I'm not sure exactly what I want to buy. I may roll out with the default gear for one more round to kind of show you guys a little bit more of exactly the way that I've ascertained that combat works. I like the fact that one can equip a giant revolver, which looks as though it's got more than 6 bullet receptacles. I'm not exactly sure exactly what one calls the individual bores for the bullets in a cylinder, but I think that is an 8 or 9 round cylinder. Max ammo 25, so it doesn't matter. Let's see. I have actually figured out what a great deal of the pickups I was acquiring mid-match were. What is available right now? Team Deathmatch. That was what I was playing before and very much enjoyed. Some of the blue pickups with a little blue shield, I think, are just temporary shield boosts. The ones that look as though there are 3 bullets are actually ammunition replenishing pickups. I didn't realize one had finite ammunition until I was well into my 3rd round of the game. And another one is a health pickup, which would be that one, allowing one to repair damage done to one's mech. And as you may note, I'm no longer in a green mech. It seems as though coloration is not nearly so player-driven as I originally anticipated. It seems as though... Die! You're almost dead! You are asking to die! You're also hovering around annoyingly. No. Die! There we go. Well, I got a kill assist. Alright, that's acceptable. I've now got only 65 health of, I want to say, like, 80... which is my cap. Whoa, hi there. Get out of the way, get out of the way, I'm trying to save you! Never mind, you don't need saving. You are a strong, independent woman with your cutesy parasol. Alright, let's see, what have we got here? That, I believe, increases projectile speed, I think? I've not quite figured out what that red rocket pickup does. Okay. The hopping in this game is actually a very effective tactic, as it makes one very difficult to track due to the projectile velocity of the default cannon, at least. I would imagine that the Gatling, which it seems one of my teammates is rocking... There we go! You may have noticed I had 2 rounds remaining, now I'm back up to my max of 20. Die, dog food! Die, dog food! Die! Yeah, that's good. Alright. One of the tactics I've developed already against enemy Gatlings is to get rather close to them and to then circle them relentlessly, as it seems that their turret rotation speed is quite low, and so they can't actually keep up with a speedy mech that is constantly circling them. Now then, I also want to apologize for my rather grim and... Ow! I just got sniped from halfway across the map. Ow! Damn! I didn't realize snipers were even in this game. Oh, good God. Okay, that's going to ramp things up a bit. My rather grim and dour demeanor in the last episode. I've not gotten a great deal of terribly restful sleep, even though I've been sleeping all the time lately. And I've got to really, like, amp myself up for recordings lately. I don't know why. I'm probably just getting past a great deal of the stress that I had sort of bottled and internalized all over the winter with everything I've been doing in the personal life, and I apologize for allowing that to creep into my work, but I'm only so human after all. But I'm in a little bit of a better mood now that I've had a bit of time to sort of zen for the evening, rack up some robo-kills. And I thank you all for bearing with me all the same. It seems as though 2 pickups have spawned in one place right there. A kind of trolly tactic I've already come up with is that if you're on the ropes, especially if you're fighting a number of opponents at once, go and grab pickups, even if you don't need them. It will keep them from getting them. And I'm not always a huge fan of underhanded tactics like that, but I'd be lying if I said that I hadn't saved my ass with it a couple of times already. Hi there. What's up? Die. Nope. Alright, let's use the Circle E tactic. There we go. Nice. Double kill. Alright, where are your friends? They should be lonely about now, considering they're not going to have backup with you dead. Grab the health, grab the health! Okay, never mind. Sick little ledge grab with the barrel there, though. Alright, you are not even an enemy. You're not even a player. Alright, never mind. Nail him, nail him, nail him. Get him before he knows what's going on. Yeah, triple kill. Oh, I got sniped again. Damn you, dog food. Again, with the phrases I never thought I would utter. This job has a way of leading one to utter such phrases. And again, on the note of matchmaking, I really do hope, now that I've played a bit more of the game, that proper matchmaking is implemented, considering I've got very, very little recourse against, say, that sniper, or against, as I faced in one of the other matches I played, a mech using a lot of, like, turrets and support. I believe they had the one hull that allows one to equip 2 different turrets and 2 supports, and so that was just a wall of projectiles racing right at my face, and I just have no prayer of keeping up with the kind of damage that they can dish out. So I'm not 100% certain exactly what one can do about that, short of implementing a sort of Servarium-style gear level that acts as a matchmaker in and of itself, regardless of character level, considering one could, I believe, create rather low-powered mechs, even though one might have a rather high character level, and therefore I don't believe that if one, say, enjoys playing with those particular pieces, one should be penalized and forced to be matched against those with an incredibly high gear level. But, I don't know, I'm more or less just speculating at this point, as far as how one could take what is right now kind of a come-at-your-own-risk system and make it a little bit more fair and balanced. All the same, balance issues notwithstanding, I'm having a great deal of fun with the game. I'm actually doing decently well enough. Alright, we've got 38 seconds left, and I have noticed that... Damn, not a good time, not a good time. Alright. I have to kill you within 31 seconds, because I want to show my lovely, adoring audience a little something on the menu. No, die, 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 die. Are you out of ammo? I think... No, you're not. Never mind. I was killed. Alright. Alright, hurry up, Respawn. I need to show them something! The lovely people at home are so curious. Let them on so strong. Come on. Alright, now I've got time. So, if one hold down tab, I realized before, the reason I didn't see anybody there before in that gray box is because there was no one to see. And in the top right, you'll notice I've already got an idea of exactly how many enemies I've killed, what I will receive, and now I've earned another 3 gear points for this match well played. And I do believe, now that I've got, I'm not sure exactly what my total gear point is, but quite a few, ooh, damn, I liked this map! I want to show you guys this map, alright. Quick drive around the map, just because I really like it. I'm a sucker for a good desert environment, and then I will disconnect and jump into the shop, and I think get started upon my mech, because I kind of do want to play this game long enough to get a bit of a personal touch going. And like I said before, I am just a sucker for a good desert map, and the fact that these sorts of environments are only ever really touched upon in like Red Dead Redemption and things like that, I really like. I'm a Texas kid, what can I say? I enjoy these sorts of things. So, at least for now, it seems as though the map variety is a bit anemic. I've only ever played, now that I've played a few matches, on, I believe, 3 different maps. Although, that may just be luck of the draw, and I may just be getting repeats, and a bit of a red herring in terms of conclusion to reach, but at least so far, it seems as though the focus is more upon equipment variety than upon map variety. And I might like to see something the likes of Steam Workshop integration with this game for the purposes of maps, even of parts, and say allow the devs to make the final call in terms of exactly what statistical advantages any given part might have. But, like, I've seen other games get reinvigorated in their communities and in terms of the people that play it, the number of players present, how engaged the community is, based upon the introduction of Steam Workshop integration. Guns of Icarus, for instance, recently allowed for player-created items to be suggested and approved a la Gmod, or not quite a la Gmod, a la, what's the other title I'm thinking of? Those titles that allow one to throw things up onto the Steam Workshop and then vote them up such that the devs know exactly what people want to see. You know what I'm talking about. Something like that, I think, might give this game an even greater degree of player support. And why are you dying? Is that what the shield does? Does the shield make you just absolutely invulnerable while it's active? I think he's out of ammunition. Oh, wait, no. I'm an idiot. He's blue. I've been shooting at my ally this entire time. That's what I get for attempting to commentate while I play. My attention can only be split so many ways. I'm going to take that as a sign that I need to disconnect from this match. And one unfortunately does forfeit any reward one would receive from a match by exiting mid-match, but I digress. As I mentioned before, this menu reminds me that coloration changes based upon what mode one is playing. I realized that when I was playing Deathmatch, a free-for-all, I defaulted to the green texture coloration for my mech, and when I went into Team Deathmatch, as you just witnessed, it essentially becomes red versus blue, so coloration doesn't really matter a great deal. Now then, I've got 16 gear points, meaning in the parts store, I can now, I believe, afford my, where are we, assist hull, because I like you. Aw, you're not red anymore. It's probably because I just left playing on a blue team. So, let's buy you, quick and easy. And it also, I believe, reveals how many one has in one's inventory now. So, do I go for new propulsion or the turrets? Let's see. Oh, you're 10. Damn, I could afford that, but only that. What about a new turret? Do I go for submarine or assault? You're 8, you're 4. Okay, I could go for assault and then buy something else. Or I could get submarine and get something with a bit more armor and a bit more mass, unfortunately. Slower rotation speed. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for assault because I want to be able to track on enemies, and as I mentioned before, keep the advantage of having a faster rotation speed than they do, such that I can circle them and hammer them. So, assault it is. And now that I've got 7 remaining, can I afford a support? Because I kind of like my general cannon. I can either get miniguns, auto cannons, auto lasers, spear, basic missiles, fireworks, an anti-gravity device. What does that do? Reduces the weight of your vehicle to make you lighter and quicker. I kind of like the sound of that. An armor booster to fortify with additional armor, self-explanatory. I don't know! I kind of wish I were streaming this right now, otherwise I would let you guys give me suggestions. Let's see, what else might I do? I don't want to rush into this decision, as it does take a little bit of time to accrue these parts, but as you've just witnessed, it doesn't take terribly long. How's about... What exactly do these new propulsions give me? I can't afford them right now, but now I want to rather kind of gauge for myself whether I should just bank what I've got and wait until I can get these. So, 80 armor, 25 max speed. I believe the basic tracks are what I've got. Yeah, that's a fair amount less armor, so those might be good. However, I do kind of want to do something to shake things up a bit, so I can't get the revolver, even though that looks rather cool. I could get a heavy cannon, an anti-cannon, automatic missiles. What is an anti-cannon? Slow projectile, high damage. What does anti stand for? Trust me. Okay, I'll just trust that you know what it stands for then. Machine gun, basic minigun. Good lord, the number of options. I am spoiled for them. I like that. I'm a sucker for a good shark tooth pattern. And apparently repair cannons are a thing. You can play support. That, I think, would be nice for a platform equipped with double turrets, such that you could still dish out damage and then also play support for your own team. The things that one learns as one goes. What about the actual turret? Never mind, I already got that. I'm definitely spacing out. So, as spoiled as I am for choices, steady shooter, supporting miniguns with high rate of fire but low damage, no shortage of ammo. I think I'm just going to keep up cannons. I'm just going to be an artillery rig. And it's apparently got a red dot sight a la an assault rifle just mounted on top. Good God, the art style of this game is just all over the place. And I think it knows how ridiculous it is and revels in it. You know what? Why not? Just for the sheer sake of ridiculousness, let's buy the RDS cannon and mount it. Let's get this beast built. Build vehicle. Good, as I thought before. Now the options display here, so... Ooh, I like the lines of that. How's about my new turret? Yeah, there we go, looking sleeker and more mechanical by the minute. Now for supports. Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay. I've only got one of them, so it only shows up on the right side. Can I move that over to there? No, wait. How do I don't know. I don't know about that. Oh well, whatever. I've now got at least my support cannon. And I think that's... Oh, there we go. That's where the secondary support slot is. Now I've got double support. Why are you up there? I kind of want it to be symmetrical. That bugs me. Okay. I don't know what to do about that. Let me know in the comments if you guys know what to do about that, or if I've made a horrible error. But at least now I've got double cannons, lopsided though they are, weirdly. Let's see. Did I buy any other parts? I don't believe I did. So, on that note, I'm going to wrap this episode here, and round 3 will come once I've given this a bit of a test drive, unless you guys just really want to see the test drive, because I'm going to wrap my recording session now. Let me know in the comments whether you guys want me to play a little bit more of this game before I come back to it to record a bit more, and give you guys a little bit more of an informed assessment of it, or if you just want to see me as I roll on and have my firsts with it. So, I'm Mr. Black here at Let's Press. This has been Gear Up. Again, early access, free to play on Steam, and as always, I wish you all good gaming and Godspeed. Yuri, no, you're not of the Gagarin variety. No! No! You're not the Gagarin variety, you can do this, Yuri. I believe in you. I have all the faith in all of the worlds in you!